Okay, this is Wayne again with a brand new video. I have the camera a little low because I'm going to put this Bissell 2X up here on the counter. And this is a short video about locating your belt and changing the belt. It seems simple enough, but it can have its little difficulties for some people. So hopefully this would help you, and I'll try to make sure I can get it into visual the best I can. Okay, so Bissell 2X. Let me put this unit up top. Okay, here we go. All right, changing the belt on any vacuum, Bissell, Kirby, shampoo or whatever. It can be easy. Then it also can be very difficult. Okay, all right. So let me show you what to do with this one. Now, if you're standing behind the machine, let's say I'm here, right? The main belt is going to be on your left side. Okay. Now, most likely, when you're changing these belts, you're going to be in front of it, the machine's going to be facing you. So in this case, the belt is on my right side, okay? And sometimes when you buy the belt, it'll say left side belt, right side belt, and you're trying to figure out now which side am I talking about, all right? Which side are they referring to? Am I behind the machine or in front of the machine working on it? So just remember this if you don't mind. Some of it will say brush. There's an initial. Gosh, I'm sorry I didn't look it up before I got on the video. But some of it will say a brush belt, okay? And the other one is for it's like a guide. It keeps the two brushes in line, kind of flowing together, so they're spinning together. So the main motor belt is going to go from the gear, to the first brush, and then the second belt, which is the larger belt, will go on the left side. The left side if you're facing the machine. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so first thing first, right? You're gonna take off the front nozzle here, kind of lift it up and out a little, because there's a little ledge here, little clip. Excuse me. All right, and so that's off. So then, if you're changing the brush motor belt because your brush is not turning, let's take it's a Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips drill bit. All right. So now let me turn this around. So now this comes right off, right? And let me get a little closer to the camera. Okay, so you see the belt going from the main motor, to the first brush. All right. All right, and let me take off the side so I can show you the opposite side. Okay, so that's a smaller belt. Okay, and I'm gonna turn this around for you so you can see the way the belt is on the other side. All right, now take a look. All right, now that belt is kind of holding. You can see it there. It's holding the two brushes together, so when they turn together. All right. So when you're changing this belt, it's a little tricky because you have to make sure you line up the rods on the inside of this brush with the holes in these end caps here. Okay. So what you'll do is you'll take off this end cap. All right, and it's probably sometimes it's good to do it on the side like this, so it's easier to manage. Kind of, gosh, I wish my video. All right, so it's easier to manage. So let's say you take this straight up and out. See that? And so this is a smaller brush. Now here's the thing that happens with these belts. They'll come with different belt numbers. Don't look at necessarily at the number that's on the belt. Utilize your model number to search for the actual belt number that goes with this. Now, Bissell may have several different belt numbers, but the same size belt. Okay? So, if you don't find, let's say they say that this belt's no longer available, because it's a 2X Pro or 2X pad or whatever, the belt's the same. So, put in another number. Okay, you can go There's a few websites you can go to kind of give you a guide as to schematics and things like that. Just look up Bissell schematics, Bissell, whatever your model number is, schematic, and you'll be able to pull it up, and you pull up your belt number. So don't distress if they say the belt's no longer available. Just find a Pro Heat model. It could be a 90, 95, 92, 89, something like that, and they'll all use the same belt because it goes from the brush to the motor, okay? All right, and you put it on, put on your new belt. You're gonna put back the cap, and you just line up those holes there, okay? Just kind of make sure that it falls in together like that, and then put back the screw in, and that's kind of how simple it is. If you don't lose your screw. Here it is. All right, so here we go. All right, we're gonna put this back in. All right, now be careful when you're using this part. You see this? See how these little right here, these little clips right here, these little clips. All right, you got to make sure when you're putting them back in that you hook it in to the bottom of that. All right, you don't just put it on there. Make sure you hook it and then lock it. All right, so I'm gonna try to display it here, and then I'll be all done with this video. This was a quick response for and I was late. The whole holidays, you know, I was so distracted. I have to apologize to the person that posed this question, and I didn't get back to them right away. But yeah, so let's just put everything back. All right. Now with the screws, sometimes it's easy to forget which screw go into where, because there's shorter screws and longer screws. Okay. For some of them they're using the same length. It all depends on the model you're using. All right. All right. This whole thing's falling apart. All right. So it looks like this one either someone went in and used this already and changed it up, but the longer screw would normally go here, and the shorter screw would go here. And you could probably see why. Like if you look at the way it's designed, right? This is further out to the machine, and this is closer to the machine. So this requires less of a length of screw, and this one needs more. So use that. But this, for some reason, this one has all short screws. So I'm just gonna put them back in for now. And then we're all done. Okay. All right, let's do the other one. And most of the time, the belt that really will mess up on you is the brush motor belt, not this guide. I call it a guide belt, and that's not the official name for it, but it's because to me it's just guiding the brush so they can kind of work and together and spin at the same time. So because without that, the front brush won't spin. All right. So now take a look at this. So this is what I'm doing. I'm only turning it over like this, so it'll be a lot simpler for you. So I'm gonna hook that hook I showed you. I'm gonna hook it first, then I snap in this part. Okay. And then put my other screw back. You know, when you're done, you turn it on, you test it, make sure it works. Make sure you don't smell anything burning. If the belt pops again. Oh, also, when you're changing these belts, do a quick check on your brush to make sure that it's spinning freely. Make sure there's no melting, plastic on the end caps, because something caused that belt. It's a geared belt, so something had to have caused it to just snap on you. Okay, it's not just like a regular type of stretchy plastic belt that will burn over time if it's. So keep that in mind. All right. The only reason that is going to snap is that something either, like for example, the brush motor is going to keep spinning, and so if something is going to go, just like a vacuum, the shaft is going to keep going unless some electrical problem or something. All right. And so something has got to give. And the belt is the weakest link between the brush and the shaft. So the belt will break. All right? So hopefully this helps. All right, guys, until next time, it's Wayne, Monroe Vacuums. Talk to you later.